what I'm coaching, right? I said, bro, I'm coaching life.
Yeah, I got it.
I said, bro, I'm coaching life. They asked me what I'm coaching, right? I said, bro, I'm coaching life. I said, bro, I'm coaching life.
I know this gonna be moving. Chill shit.
It was $150, so I need everybody to see it. What y'all think?
Barbers, hairstylists, if you don't get your prices together, we will kill you. We will kill you. Are you're charging for parting. You're asking us to come in, hair blow dried, laid to the side, braided already. $150 for a haircut? I'm sorry, but I would have to take a knife and slit everyone's throat in there.
Yo, crazy shit.
You gotta be careful.
Yo, crazy.
I don't know. You could be serious.
Yo, it's wild. we don't stand behind those statements on Coach Class Podcast.
It just was
Welcome
so
back.
funny to
like,
me,
rate,
man.
subscribe.
Because it's a real sentiment.
Episode 240, Coach Class Podcast.
It's real sentiment. He went a little extreme with it, of course, yo. The nigga was upset. Yo, 150 for the haircut is wild.
Yo, you should have wore a fucking, oop, my fault.
This nigga got
You should have wore a fitted cap, yo, with an inverted brim, yo, like Mace, yo, on the welcome back shit, yo.
Oh, shit, man.
Welcome back.
Say, I know I like that.
The game has all changed since I've been around.
The inverted
Yo,
hat, yo.
he was bugging for
What
an
was
inverted
that,
brim.
Mace?
What was that, Mace? What was that, Mace?
Mace, you gotta talk
Yo.
to us about what that was, yo. Who allowed that?
Know some real brother.
Did 50
some
allow
real
that? Wasn't
brother
that when
shit?
50 was allowed?
No, that was
Nah, right before 50. Right before 50.
That's why it happened.
Yo, know some brother shit, yo. I remember
50
though,
would've
yo.
threw that hat in the
remember
fucking
what that
trash.
song when he used to say in the beat. Drop, I know they gon' lean.
Oh, that
We used to
song.
pick up Bacon
Bacon
and
and
be
do the
shit
little
dancing
dance.
with Bacon in the crib, yo.
Shout out to
You,
Bacon.
Zay remember Bacon, man. He was
He been
real.
on
Oh,
for a
yeah,
while.
salute, man.
God,
He was a wild nigga, yo.
he was wild out whole
OG,
life.
yo.
Until he
That's
just got
my
old.
mans.
He just got
Shout
old
out
and couldn't
Bacon,
do it
yo.
no more, yo. But he was wild to the end, honestly.
Yeah,
He just couldn't quite do it as spry as he used to. But yeah, I'm back, man.
yeah.
I'm back, man. We had the episode. Salute to y'all for holding it down. We didn't leave the people starving. So again, salute to y'all for holding that down. But I'm
Yeah.
back again.
How-
I made it out to Tulum, Mexico.
Yeah,
yo.
how was the trip, yo? Because like we didn't allude to it on purpose because we were excited.
I didn't want to tell.
Yeah.
5 days away. It was a recharge. You
Yeah,
got to
you
recharge.
deserve
yo.
that.
If you can
Yo.
do it, you don't have to do nothing like crazy, taking it outside the country if you can't do that. But if you could just take the time off, yo, you got to recharge at the end of the year. That shit is clutch.
Yeah. I knew you was living because every picture you sent me looked like that Aaliyah Rock the Boat video. Man said rock the boat, rock the boat.
I swear that's how it felt when we
rock the
touched
boat.
down, yo. When we
Yo,
hit the
that
soil.
Nigga, that shit was beautiful. I'm like, yo, this nigga overlooking the fucking canyon
Yo,
right
I
now.
looked up with the
waves,
pic, yo, with the-
the palm trees.
it was mad windy down there too, so the waves was aggressive
yo, you
the
been
whole
out there
time.
with the shirt on.
What
like
you
Michael
mean?
Jackson
You don't think I didn't have the unbuttoned
wind blowing
joint?
straight like
I had
that.
the unbuttoned navy blue kind of paisley style joint. Yo.
Ah,
It looked like I
player.
was a whole crip down there, but I knew I was in
Player.
Tulum, so I was
Straight
good. And I had some little white Toms on with the young shorts.
Yo had the small shorts with the Toms. Class level elevated.
I got an OD tan, yo, all over my body.
class,
Shit is wild.
class.
Yo. I'm dark as hell right now. I love it.
Nah, that's tough.
But no, it's like I said, overall good trip. So I'll start off with just us getting there. So I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I flew Frontier down and I flew Spirit back, and I have stories for both of them niggas.
All right, we need stories. We need the airport stories.
It's
Main
not
thing real
crazy,
quick
crazy. Yeah,
is you made it, yo.
I made
Yeah.
it.
You made it to
Both.
and from.
I made it to and from
That's a blessing in
with
itself.
minimal issues. So I'll start with the first flight. We get there to the airport. You know me, I'm an early nigga like dad, so we was there like 2.5 hours before the flight and shit in the parking lot. We only gotta be there like maybe an hour early with what I have too, because I did sign up for Clear. That shit was clutch because we didn't have to go through that security. Needed that Clear shit, man.
Say, come on, let's go through the
Utilize that next year, yo, because we got it for at least a
I'm
year.
gonna utilize it.
Utilize that
Full
shit, bro.
utilization.
So we get there, we get into the. Actually, before we get there, the bus driver, yo, it was mad early in the morning. It was like 6:45, 7 by the time we got to the airport. We was taking off at like 9:45 or something like that.
Yeah.
So the nigga was just talking too much, yo. You know a nigga that just be overly talking? Like he just was doing too much on the bus. Like just a lot of. He was
Yeah,
trying to
that's
do
annoying.
jokes and shit like that, but the jokes wasn't hitting.
That nigga was excited to go on vacation.
No, he was the bus driver, the shuttle driver to the. Not gonna hold you.
They
It
got
ain't
the
really.
they got the bus
They really
seats.
got bus seats in that motherfucker a
That
little
bitch
bit.
straight
I ain't gonna
rocking
hold
when
you.
the
They definitely
turbulence
did.
hit.
Off, or we'll have to deboard the whole plane. Yo, I start sitting there like, what in the fuck am I about to fly on, yo? Like, what do you mean out of balance with two people? How do you know it's just two people? What's the weight that
Maybe
we're
it's
off
a
balance?
weight. Yeah, it's probably a weight.
Is it the? How do you know it's going to just be two people that need to come off though? What are we
That
saying?
is weird. That's
Dog,
weird.
I didn't took like over 100 flights. I don't know, probably maybe close to 200.
Have you ever heard that?
I've heard all type of stuff of reasons and things we had to stop. I've never heard they had to take people off the plane.
What are you
That's
talking
weird,
about?
yeah.
That
Because
didn't make
I've
no
heard
sense.
overbooked some
They
people,
overbooked it,
but
yeah,
I've never
probably.
heard the weight is off. I'm dead serious. That's crazy.
Wild, dog. So we sitting there.
Somebody had a few too many subs.
We sitting there for like a strong 5 to 7 minutes, and they was like, two people got up. But then they announced that the flight that you could get on won't be till tomorrow. I was like, nah, that's fucking dead. I would have been so mad. So one person came back. So now one person had to get off. And they ended up offering, it was $1,000 voucher, but it's $1,000 voucher with Frontiers. Like, oh, man. Do I want that?
where
Like,
y'all-
that's not even
where-
enticing.
They give you the
And they
trips.
would give you a flight that's 4 hours later. So it would at least still get you there that day, maybe a little bit later in the day. Or it could come in
I
later,
like that.
depending on that.
I would have took the $1,000 voucher if
Yeah.
I didn't have to be there. Like,
But I had to be there.
time
Fuck
constraint.
that.
You don't
I
wanna
wasn't
have-
getting
Yeah,
off.
you had to be there.
I had to be
But you
there.
like,
also
if
don't
it
want to
wasn't
have
a-
to get on a crappy airline either.
Yes, man.
Normally
I've
when
never-
the weight be off, they be like, yo, we're gonna take somebody's luggage off.
That's what normally happens. What are you talking about? People have to get off. What are you saying? That doesn't make any sense at all, man.
Yeah.
So, but flight takes off. We actually end up getting there before, like ahead of time. It's like a 3-hour flight. I think it was a little over 3 hours. We land. Of course, when you get off the plane in Mexico at the whatever airport you get off at, usually Cancun. Most people when they go down there, the niggas is rushing you with the taxi shit. They trying to get you, but I booked that shit early. I had a nigga already that was supposed to be there.
Smooth class.
I'm thinking he gonna be there with the shit. I see him. He like we're running behind. It's some kind of construction going on down there. So traffic fucked everything up as far as with the bookings.
Okay.
So we had to wait at the airport for maybe like an hour before our actual transport came, where it was supposed to just be there waiting for us. But it took about an hour from the airport to get to our resort. I stayed at the Tulum. I think that's how you pronounce it. Kore Tulum Resort and Spa. So a small little
nice.
resort. It's not
very
that
nice.
big. It's perfect for like who I went down there with because we both anti-social people. Like not
I like that.
overly
That's tough.
anti. We can hold a conversation, but we ain't trying to be around no
Yeah.
big crowds and all that shit. So it was a good, nice, intimate setting. You know what I mean? Nice pool with the swim up bar. They allegedly, then the part that pissed me off about it when I got down there was the fact that they listed that they had a beach. There wasn't no fucking beach at that point. Yo,
real?
they had a sandy area that they added sand to, nigga, and like some kind of like
The sand
lip
pool?
where the water was splat. Like the water was there. Don't get me wrong. Like you could see it, but that wasn't no fucking beach. Like if you jump off that, you're gonna crash into a wall. Like you're gonna die. Like if you jump in that water, yo. But so we couldn't swim at that beach, but fortunately, the spot we stayed at allowed you to take the bikes. And you could ride the bike up. The beach was only like a 7-minute bike ride up the way. Yo,
Yo took the 7-minute bike ride in the tiny shorts.
I haven't rode a bike in 20 years, yo.
Yo,
I didn't even
you
know
nice?
if I could still ride a
Were
bike.
you nice on it?
The term is real, yo. That if you know how to ride a bike, you're gonna know how to ride a bike, regardless.
like
I really got into it
I
at
remember
one
when
point.
I first learned how to ride with one
With the
hand.
one
yo.
hand? I
thought
almost did
that's
that.
How, yo, niggas used to ride around the way going crazy.
I almost
with
did
one
that, but you
hand.
got to remember where I was at. These wasn't the best bikes. Like it still had the
you crash on
It
that.
ain't had no handbrakes.
And we old now. You fuck around, break some shit if you crash.
Yeah,
on a
it
bike.
ain't had
Yeah.
no handbrakes on the bike. It was the stop, you know, pedal backwards to brake the bike and all that type shit.
Yeah.
Yo, why my chain popped on my bike on the way back from the
Damn,
beach.
you had to walk it. You had to walk it back.
I got it
7
back
miles.
on there because you know they said if you come back with a damaged bike, they was charging you $250. I was like,
Oh,
nah,
all you
that's
had to do
cheap.
was rotate it and put it back.
That's all
on the
we had to
little
do,
wheel
and I
thing.
got it right back on there. I ain't tell them
Good
shit.
shit.
I ain't tell them niggas shit. I'm not paying $250 for no bike. What?
That chain done popped off 50 times.
Fuck yeah, I could tell because of how easily it popped off of there. I probably would have brought it back, and they'd be like, "Oh, it's all right, buddy." I know because they was mad nice. They was nice at the resort. Everybody was nice. Terrible bartenders. You could tell they was just niggas that they had. Everybody just kind of rotated. You could tell they would be either in the kitchen some days, or they would be in the bar, or they would be. You could tell they were just rotating them niggas, and they wasn't the best bartenders. So you gonna get what you get out there. But we was getting drunk. The first day, we kind of just chilled out. I think we got to the spot around like 1 or 2 o'clock. We just started setting up like what we were going to do for the next 4 or 5 days or whatever it was when we was there. So we set up
Planners.
an excursion for Saturday, and I'll get into that in a sec. What did we do on Thursday though when we got there? I can't even fucking remember. I think we just kind of explored the whole spot we were staying at. We went to the pool. Ate. They gave us breakfast, lunch, dinner, and a snack type joint if you wanted that. We ended up eating dinner. I think we just chilled out because niggas were just tired from traveling. But Friday, what the fuck did we do? God damn, I'm forgetting Friday. Hold on. Let me make sure. All right, so I'll go ahead and skip to Saturday was when we did the excursion.
Okay.
So the excursion was, it was 3 things that we signed up for. It was like a old visit to a Mayan civilization, a swim through a cenote, which I'll explain in a sec, and snorkeling with turtles in what they called a pool. But I'm going to describe all this shit because it didn't go as what we thought it was going to be. Yo, that shit got intense a little bit. So we get to the Mayan civilization. Our tour guide was phenomenal. The nigga could like fluently bounce between English and Spanish, explaining everything. I really was believing this shit. Like I feel the civilization and shit. I feel like I'm really there. We get into. You had to walk through this little cave to get into the.
What's that?
Yo, let's tie cool con on them niggas, yo. Them niggas was down there, yo. I swear he said that on our tour.
What was the line, yo, you posted on the one joint, yo?
Yo, that I was-
This serious. What's your line?
Yo, my favorite line from the movie, yo. They call him Tat Khan. He said, the feathered serpent. Yo, that's my favorite shit. Yo, I love that. Yo,
Yo,
that
love
line
that
is
line.
so funny to me,
This nigga
yo.
said that line like 40 times.
I
That's what we
swear, it's
saw.
so funny, man. That movie is hilarious, man, for that. That line is hilarious. But anyway, we going through, we get into the civilization. You get to see the old ruins. One thing I can say, it wasn't as tall as I thought it was going to be. But then I thought about it. They not the tallest people. They
Yeah.
kind of small in stature in general. So I don't think they would have the necessity to have crazy ass buildings, but we weren't like in a
And you gotta think like architecturally, the technology they got down
exactly
there to do shit. Like
exactly.
they don't have no.
They were
big
doing
budget.
shit. You know what I mean? They was really chiseling shit out
Yeah,
there. You know
That's
what I
why the
mean?
pyramids of Giza is like wild.
wild.
How
Yeah.
do they do that?
Yeah,
Wild.
that
I
is
definitely-
that is weird.
I
Honestly.
wanna get out
Aliens
there.
Came.
That shit is weird. Honestly.
All right, so we get in there. He's explaining everything, and he mentions that name, the feathers. He called it the feathered snake, though. So it's a similar kind of thing. So I'm assuming that's where they got at least the
stole
idea
it
of
from
that.
Tulum.
I gotta assume it came from somewhere around there.
Namor's Tulumian.
Unless they saw the movie and they realized, all right, let's cash in and tell these niggas Namor is from around this bitch. You know what I mean? Let's go ahead and get that bread. It looks kind of like it.
He out in the area.
It's off the water. It's literally off the water, like how it looked in the movie, like where he was at, yo, like right off the water,
Namor
where the
be
grass
swimming
and
50
everything.
miles an hour.
They had fucking iguanas and shit running around, big ass iguanas too, though. Them shits was, well, I don't know if they was
I'd be
iguanas,
scared.
but they was reptiles.
I'd be scared.
So we leave from there, go get some lunch, and then we go and hit the cenote. So a cenote.
That sound intense, yo. What is a cenote?
I'm gonna explain. The cenote is like a cave. You know how they had the spiky caves with the water and shit that you could swim through?
What was that?
All
like
dark.
the cavern shit that we used to go to when we was
Yes,
kids?
same kind of similar thing. I swam through it, yo.
Yo,
We
you
have a life
real,
vessel,
yo.
and so we were able to float, but you kind of swimming, so it's a little bit of exercise that you're getting. I realized I got out, I was a little tired and winded.
hard,
We swimming through
That's
the
tough,
cenote. One thing I noticed, and this is for me and you with the thalassophobia. Yeah, I'm happy I didn't think about it while I was in the water, but when I got out and I was headed to the next excursion that we had, the final one, I realized he had a flashlight, right? And he was showing everything when we were able to stand up. But when we were swimming through, he kept that shit forward. He never shined it down. So I don't know how deep that fucking water actually was.
Or what the fuck was down
or
there.
what the fuck
Probably
was down
hella
there.
fish, hella all that shit.
I
That shit
would've
is weird
passed
because
the
it's
fuck
really
out,
like space, yo.
Oh my God, I would have died. Yo.
Nigga swam past a shark with no teeth and shit.
Yo, he showed us like this hole that you could
Straight
see up.
brush past
But
you.
then I thought about like just looking. That's when my mind started
Yes.
thinking about looking down. And she told, because I told her about the fear and everything. She was like, just don't look down. I was like, bet. I'm not looking down. I won't look down. I'm not doing that shit.
Shout out. That
Not
was
doing
really
it,
good
yo.
advice.
If I'd have looked down, I would have panicked and drowned in there with a
I
vest
know.
on.
I know. That's why when I was like, you did that, I'm like, nigga, who the
was-
fuck did you go? I know my brother, yo.
Fam, yo, I was in the
Nigga jumped in
cenote
there like
really getting
Namor.
it. The water was mad cold because it's no
Yo, it was
light.
the feathered
And it was
serpent.
bats and shit all in the little, the spiky shits in the air. So they told us you can't be loud in here because the bats will start freaking out. I was like, oh shit.
Bitch.
Got real in the cenote. yo.
That's tough, yo. I'm glad you got to experience that, yo. You low key Steve Irwin now,
Nigga,
yo.
I felt like it. Black Steve, yo.
Black Steve Irwin.
You know what I mean?
That's a
Rich
tough
Irwin.
trip, nigga.
Yeah, no. So we after that. Oh, by the way, before the cenote, the food was interesting. You know what I mean, mad beans, just rice, some chicken taquitos. I think that's what them things are called.
Okay.
I might be pronouncing that wrong. I apologize, but
That's the only poultry they had. It was. I know.
no,
it was
they
a lot of
had
fish
they
and
had
shit,
other
yeah.
options.
Okay.
But on the trip, they gave you lunch, and this was what they offered us. They just
Okay.
gave the chicken taquitos with the rice and the beans and all that shit. But after. Yo, and they
Those out
didn't.
there had to really.
Yo, they didn't tell us how to snorkel. Fortunately, I had done it before, but most of the people on the boat had never done it. So they didn't know how to snorkel. So they just basically, we had our vests on. They gave us these bullshit ass flippers that ain't fit nobody's feet. Mad tight on mine's, mad loose on everybody else's, or too tight, or whatever the issue was. So mine's just kind of almost fell off when I got in there because I had to loosen it up for my toes to get some space.
Yeah.
But it was too loose on my
The hill.
petite ass ankles and shit. So This nigga just hollers out. I didn't know where I was sitting at on the boat. I was gonna be the first nigga to go into the water. So I'm sitting there and he was like, all right, you ready? I was like, what you mean? We just going in? Like, we not going to no like specific place? He was like, no, this is where we're going. They set up, it's like 8 to 10 different boats. And they set up and they throw a rope to each other. And they kind of build a circle around the group that's going in. And they make it into a pool in the middle of the ocean. But all it is a rope. There's nothing stopping from anything coming in that bitch.
Hell no.
You know what I mean? So if something big wanted to swim up on us, it could have got us. And I don't know if it really was. Because I looked straight down. I did not look left or right because I couldn't see anything going outwards. So if something was coming at me, it was over. But in the water, scary. Of course, I'm taking in salt water because it threw me off. Yeah. He really had me diving like a Navy SEAL. Yo, said, sit on the edge, spin your feet out. And jump in. I was like, yo, what you mean? I'm just gonna jump in. I jumped in. Immediately drunk like probably 2 gallons of fucking salt water. It felt like.
Damn, you almost went out in the ocean.
Yo, but we had the vest on, so it kept us up. But you know, the weight.
First off, why you telling niggas to dive if y'all got vests on? Yeah. You're not even gonna go deep enough under. It's just gonna suck you right back to the top.
That's what fucked everybody up.
You're supposed to do the little safe pencil drop.
Remember I said it was 7 people with us. We all had the gear on and we was all supposed to get in the water. It only ended up being 3 people total in the water after the first people jumped in. I looked up, everybody was sitting back on the boat. They was like, no, I'm not with this shit. Oh,
hell no,
yo,
nigga.
The current was real. Like, you had to keep up with the boat. Because I didn't realize, I thought I could just sit there and gather myself. So I started sitting there for a second, and then I looked up. The boat was already like 4 feet away from me. I was like, nah, nigga, hold up. I had to catch up with everybody, yo. It was a lot.
No, see, I'm
the
diabetic.
Goggles ain't
I'm diabetic. I wouldn't have did no shit like
Fam.
that. I gotta calculate the risk on every decision in life. I'll be like, if my sugar get low, I can't eat a candy bar in the middle of the ocean real quick.
It got real. And we didn't get that much food. We only had that one meal of beans and chicken taquitos.
Yo, had beans and
this
rice.
This shit started at 8 in the morning and it went until 5 in the afternoon, yo. Like, this was all day.
Cooked, yo.
I know you was hungry as a bitch.
Got back to the spot. We immediately went to eat whatever the dinner was.
Yo was eating. I'm gonna say that.
What? Oh, you gonna chill? I had to go get some dinner, immediately. I forgot what that night was.
I would have been hungry as shit after that. The swimming anyway burns hella calories.
Woo.
You remember Michael
I had swam through the Cenote, and I swam in the middle of rough oceans. That's why you see the picture I put up with when I said I was swimming with the feather serpent. I was really out there. I seen a sea turtle. I did see one.
Yo, that's
saw one of them bitches, man. No, but
I would have been scared though, yo.
Of course, niggas is tired.
Out, yo.
This is why what they was saying before the episode is really good to hear. I thought I was feeling bad going to sleep at like 12. You know what I mean? That was like the latest we was going to sleep. It was like 1 at the absolute latest.
Yeah.
But I was feeling bad, like, oh man, I'm on vacay. You supposed to stay up.
No,
nigga.
Fun the whole day.
Yeah, I was outside all day, yo. I did a whole work day in the sea, yo, an excursion, yo. This shit had me dumb tired.
Yeah.
Nigga,
and you don't want to be exhausted the next day. Hella grouchy, hella hungover.
Fuck it. I just want to have a good time, yo. Like, and that's
relaxed.
exactly right, yo. It was
I want to be relaxed.
That whole day was good because that was just the whole day was the excursion. We didn't know. I thought it was gonna be like a 4-hour excursion or something like that. Maybe that shit was all day long. But
I gotta remember, yo, if I go to Tulum, I gotta have like hella Skittles and candy on me.
Keep it on deck.
I fuck around die, yo. I'm like, yo, that sounds scary, yo. Cause if I'm hungry,
they ain't thinking nothing about
my sugar get low, I'm gonna be fucked up out that.
You
bitch.
definitely have to have it on you if you on an excursion.
I was gonna say definitely Rich did it right. Like after a while, I was like the last several trips, I'm like, yo, I'm not staying up super late because I have to. No, I want to get good rest. Get up and do some other
wake
stuff.
Up early every day for work.
And that's exactly what we did. So she had so Sunday, she had got like a link to a black-owned bar that's down there. It's called M-Tulum. Owned by this black woman. She from New York, actually. I gotta look her up.
And they said New Yorkers is moving down there and trying to get property.
Oh yeah, they going
That's
crazy.
a whole other conversation.
They going crazy down there. You could tell.
Go crazy.
I like it. It was a lot more people from the UK. This is kind of a sidebar. I didn't expect that. It was a lot more people from the UK that was there than I anticipated.
For real?
Yeah, a lot of them.
Did you meet any singers?
Nah.
I'm fucking with you.
I did meet a musician. I met a
Like,
white musician, yo. A white, I don't know if he played the drums or something, but he was a white musician, him and his wife.
Got his info, yo.
From the UK. From the UK. I forgot what his name was. They just kept talking, though. And I was kind of like, That was that night I was
should be
telling y'all
annoying,
about prior to the episode that I can't really go in. I'll tell y'all about that after the episode. That shit's kind of funny. That story is hilarious.
My man was walking around.
No, what it was, they was lit. So they was drunk, but we was like, of course, different. So as we was sitting there, they just kept fucking talking and they didn't stop. It felt like it was to me, it was like a war going back and forth between them. Like I couldn't keep up with the conversation because they had the accents from across the pond. They was from the UK and shit. Yeah. I forgot where they were from specifically. They gave it to us, but
Shit was like watching Shaun of the Dead.
yeah, it was just like that. Just like that. Same style convos, back and forth, quick, witty sarcasm. They thought we weren't understanding, but I was catching the sarcasm, bitch. I hear you. I understand. That's a second language for me. So Sunday, she ends up getting the link to, like I said, that bar. It's called M-Tulum. We go to a day party. And, yo, that shit was lit. Last,
What
still
kind of
goes
music was
crazy.
they bumping?
Last.
Black
Oh,
music.
okay.
Oh, I know that was going crazy.
Yo, that went
That was
crazy.
an international crowd,
Oh,
too.
my God. It was Africans down there, too. They went buck wild when that shit came on. Inonkas, las. Yo, this bitch was going wild, running around and shit. Started
shaking
going
off?
wild.
You
Yo,
was shaking off in there?
I did. I wilded
Either-
out. I wilded out.
Either that or something from Bad Bunny.
Now, this spot was heavy on the hookah.
Yo, they
it was-
said
they
Bad
couldn't
Bunny-
really, they couldn't go crazy. It was a hookah bar.
I'm gonna
almost.
say either that song or anything. I don't know. A song from Bad Bunny probably is the international song of the year.
They
Nah,
I don't
but
listen
there's
to him
some
yet, so
crazy
he might
stuff.
have it,
Like
but-
Bad Bunny made like more bread than like anybody
ever in
this
history.
year.
His
Like,
tours.
yo.
His
But
tours
last
be looking crazy.
gotta be.
But he
no
be
less than
all
second.
over.
His
He
tours be
international
crazy.
with that
yeah.
shit.
Yeah, his tours be wild. But yeah, so M-Tulum, man, that's probably one of the dopest experiences because she comes on at the end of the night and kind of hypes us up, telling her, "Oh, y'all had a black bar in Mexico," type shit. It's like, yes, nigga, you did it.
Yeah.
Drinks wasn't that crazy. I think we spent like maybe $100 in there.
The bar was
total.
owned by the Wakandans because
Yeah.
they made the alliance.
We had like 3 drinks a piece, I think, or some shit like that. It wasn't bad at all, man. We had some pizza we got on the way out, slid out. They had pizza in there and shit. Nah, it was a good time. Good ass time at that bar. I'm proud to see, like I said, a black woman having something like that down there. I'm not sure if she has like a team. I didn't really look up the details of it, but M-Tulum, look it up if you're down there. And we was so lucky because we thought it was going to be dumb far from the spot we was staying at. Yo, that shit was only an 8-minute taxi ride. Yo.
Ah.
It's perfect.
Yeah, that's chills.
Jumped on the taxi, jumped out when we came out. Other thing that was kind of funny, you could tell that people weren't used to seeing like a black gathering. Like a, you know what I mean? You could tell, like, as they were walking past, it was white people. Some of them would stand there and kind of look like they was analyzing.
They was getting the
us and
sauce.
shit. That
They
shit
was
was
figuring out the
crazy,
sauce.
yo. Me and her kept
Yo.
seeing it. It was like, look at this bitch. Why she staring at us like that? We just
'Cause
in
it's
there
interesting to
enjoying
them.
shit, man. But they really hadn't seen that. Even the locals, they like, oh shit. Niggas is really going crazy in
gotta
there.
study
Niggas
this.
is twerking on the
There's
the
too much
goddamn- 'cause it was
flavor
a
in
pool.
there.
There was a pool in that bitch too. Yo. So like some of them was in the pool. Yo. It was really nice. Yo. It was cool.
You can tell when people from overseas don't really like see black people like that. 'Cause
It's fascinating
We
to
had a
them,
girl
though.
overseas. They tried to like, cause she had the braids and stuff, and they wanted to touch her hair, and it was like I don't think they realized it's over here that's definitely racist.
Yeah.
But I don't think they meant bad. Even though don't let them do that.
Don't let 'em
But
do
like they were genuinely like, oh my gosh, like yeah. I mean they never seen nothing like that. It was a family.
But you still can't do
Yeah, no, you definitely cannot.
Don't touch me.
To a
Definitely
black
cannot do that.
woman,
But I-
expect to get knocked the fuck out.
But I also was
Rightfully
thinking,
so, because you should know by that.
Please, so
So please don't do
touch
that.
me,
I'm
yo.
begging you. I know a lot of women
promise
that
you
would
don't
slap the
touch
shit out you.
nobody. Yo.
I don't want
Yeah,
that to
fire
Public
off quick
service
too.
I don't want that to happen.
With the good nails
Everybody's
on.
not nice.
They had the good nails on. They don't care, yo. You gonna get fire
check the
slapped
analytics
on.
too. We have some people from overseas that watch it. So
Yeah, I
just
saw
know.
some of that.
Just note, yo.
That's a good tidbit. Don't touch me.
Don't touch folks, please.
And don't stare at me. I'm just a person with a little darker hue. Yeah. But yeah, so we got back from there probably about 9:30, and then we just kicked it at the bar, got drunk. My man, I don't want to give out a racist name. I almost said like something just generic Mexican name. I can't remember what his name was, so I just don't want to say it. But
Yo,
I was about to do it. I was about to be like, yeah, my nigga, yeah. I was about to
And
do
you know
it,
me,
bro.
you know me,
You know
my
it.
senses kicked in.
I
was
almost
like,
did
nope,
it, yo. I was
classy
like,
now.
nah, let's
Classy
chill.
now,
And, yeah, if we get that Patreon popping, I'd have let that bitch
I
rip.
went crazy.
If Patreon
I gave
was
him
going
47
down,
names.
I'd have been
30
wow
seconds.
with it. What? I'd have been rolling my R's and everything. Guerrero. You know what I mean? I'd have really went crazy with it.
That's all though.
Small ass.
All right, chill.
Oh shit! No, we gotta chill. We gotta chill. What happening? No, man. That was a good ass time, man. Overall. So the final day, Monday. What do we do Monday? Oh, that's when we went to the beach. So we took that bike ride to the beach I was telling you about earlier. We finally made it up there. Took the bikes up. I was really I did feel like rocket power out that bitch at one point. I was floating because my shirt was open. So I
told you should have did a
like
scene,
rocket
yo, when
power,
the wind blew
yo.
like Michael Jackson, yo. Nigga had an expensive ass
Oh,
concert.
man,
How was the
bro.
wind blowing at the nigga on mid concert?
He's the
Oh,
GOAT,
that's
yo,
so
for a
funny,
reason,
yo.
yo.
Yo, that nigga really be going there, Michael Jackson, yo.
Yo, he was ripping the high note, yo.
Fuck yeah, he was cold with it.
He changed the game though, cause matter of fact, shout out You Heard Me podcast. But he posted something like he was like everybody be like, yo, this generation weird, and then he posted a picture of like the dudes in like the late '80s, early '90s, like when they was on that Prince, Michael Jackson
The
shit.
androgynous.
Yo.
It was a wild era, dog.
A lot of ruffles and velvet.
Yo,
Mike and Prince fucked the game up so
No.
bad,
Good
yo, it
satin.
changed it.
you want to you want to peep something?
Rick James too.
Because people
Silk.
always talk about how weird the rappers and stuff dress now, and how certain things they always say about it. That be people from the '90s era of rap and that grew up.
Yeah.
Look at them dudes when rap first started.
Yeah.
They was dressing like the Isley Brothers and funk people and all that type of stuff. Yo.
The nigga,
Tight
that's the
pants
breaks.
and,
That's the
leather
breaks. That
and
nigga.
sparklers.
And he runs off with them to Japan.
Yo, that's mad funny, yo.
like Grandmaster
And my
Flash and all
girls
of them.
went to a
Like,
whooping too.
nah, I was wild.
And he said, "What 18 phone calls to Brazil?" Yo, Dad used to love that shit. Yo, these are the
played that shit
rays.
a billion
That joint hard,
times,
yo. Yo, he loved that. Yo, pops, I know that's your track. I know that's your track.
No, he was a P-Funk nigga. You know that.
Yeah,
yo.
he loved the
That
P-Funk
was
too.
crazy
He
with
definitely loved
P-Funk,
P-Funk, yo. George Clinton?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, back to it. So Monday, yeah, just went to the beach, chilled out. I did not know that I don't know if our beach was specifically this, but it seemed like I didn't see no signs for it. But titties was out. I did not expect to see that. Like they were topless at this beach. That caught me completely off guard. She spotted it first. She was like, "Oh shit, titties out." I was like, "That what?"
I feel like that be average beach stuff overseas.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Because
I'm thinking they
going
just
to a
chilling.
beach overseas, and it was like this didn't say it was a nude beach.
Exactly. I was
They
thrown
didn't-
off. I was like, but I didn't see no, other shit. So I'm happy about that. Because you see the old man just mad prideful, don't give a fuck.
Either way, if I'm at a spot like that, I automatically adapt. Yo, we in the
you
locker
just
room
adapt.
with it. Like
Adapt.
I'm like, yo,
Keep my eyes up.
if it's a dude, I'm like, whatever. Yeah, walk past. Like, yo, come on.
No, it was a good time, man. The beach was nice. It was beautiful. Water wasn't that cold either. Like I said, we got weather that was phenomenal. A little windy by the waters, but it didn't get any hotter than like 84, 85 degrees. No colder than like maybe 72 at night. So a little chill at night. Had to throw some pants on sometimes. Had the good pants. Some good linen pants one of them nights.
The linen joints, that's player.
It was a good time, man. And then, the next day, jumped on the transport to head back. We get to the airport. I'm flying Spirit.
How was Spirit?
Spirit wasn't like, I didn't have an incident like how I had with Frontier where they told niggas to get off.
Yeah.
I got a little nervous in the air, yo. The flight,
It was rocky.
it was a little turbulent. And you know what they
I be
say about
scared with
Spirit.
shit like that, yo.
Yeah.
I be scared with shit.
Wasn't the most confident when I seen.
Nigga, I was scared when we went to Texas, yo, on the low. Like, that first flight we took was kind of
a little
rocky on
turbulent.
some
A little
parts,
turbulent,
yo.
yeah. A little turbulent. But yeah, we get back. We hit we get back probably about like 4:30 or something like that. So it's prime time traffic. I had to whip home, but I'm back. You know what I mean? I brought through some little
Glad you back,
trinkets.
yo. I appreciate that, yo.
Appreciate y'all coming.
Shit from Tulum, man. We fancy.
Try to show appreciation to people that we work with and everything. I got y'all. I got Zay some little shot glasses and everything.
Authentic shot glasses
Yeah,
from
man.
Mexico.
So it's lit, man. It was a good time.
Yeah.
Just overall good trip. Good, like I said, decompress. I was able to come back. I feel way more rejuvenated. Even at work, I was good.
Yeah.
It was good, man. But yeah, other than that, that's it.
Yeah.